Welcome to JB Trio Podcast, Season 2, Episode 5. I'm Lee McDonald Jr.
Christopher Woodmansey.
Mark, the Ancient Warrior, Merchant.
And joining us this week is Kahmilla Garcia Woodmansey. How you doing, Kahmilla?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.
Kahmilla, of course, is the newlywed of our own Chris. She bowled so great last week, we couldn't avoid having her. So we're happy to have you. And we took 2 weeks off. Mark, I understand that you went to Vegas.
Oh, yes. Spent my week in Vegas. Missed bowling this past week. It was a great start. I mean, I was up 1,500, and then as the days went on, it dwindled down. But I got out of there somewhat breaking even between me and my wife. I might have lost a couple of hundred, and she won a couple of hundreds. She bailed me out a little bit.
So you can say you went down there and you pulled a Woodmansey.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta know when you're up, you gotta know when to quit. My wife's good at that. She'll get up and walk away, and I get up and I stay. You know?
Oh yeah,
Till it's gone.
Till it's gone.
But hey, I'm looking forward to winning some of that money back from Chris in the next few weeks.
Oh, really? Lee, did you send out the standings yet?
Yes, I sure did. And speaking of which, first place right now, Pinstripes. They're at 204 wins. Team 8, Greg and Robert at 176 wins. So they've fallen behind a little bit, but they're still in second. Followed by Mavericks. They're at 168. My team, which is still called Pussy Whips, although they've been known as AKA Where's Jennifer? She did bowl last week, and we had fun. We're at 161.
She did show up last week, huh?
She did.
She did. She really did.
She shows up, we win.
Wow, so she'll be out this week.
I hope.
And her mom was there. She's a party animal.
Yeah, she's fun. Her name's Sonia.
Yeah, she's in town now.
Yeah, she lives with us now. She's temporarily living with us till she finds her own place. She lived in Colorado with her son, helped get him on his feet. Now that he's settled and everything's good, she wants to come back home. So she's been with us for a couple weeks. So we told her she can stay with us as long as she wants. And
well, it seemed like you guys had a good week.
Oh, yeah, it was a great week. We celebrated because Mark wasn't there, and it was a great week.
Hey, listen, I do got to say one thing. How long have you and Kahmilla been together?
Almost 10 years.
10 years. I'm going to tell you, we bowled her 2 weeks ago, and she definitely doesn't have an ounce of Woodmansey in her. She needed to throw a strike in the 10 frame. She actually needed a double in the 10 frame to win the first game, and she did it.
How about that?
Yeah, not an ounce of Woodmansey in her. And I think after 10 years, maybe some of that would have rubbed off on her.
And she made bowler of the week this past
year. Yeah, that's a Woodmansey trait. That's a Woodmansey trait right there.
How many 600s does that make for you, Kahmilla?
I think 2 in league.
So, you know what? I think you guys ought to definitely continue to sleep in separate rooms.
Who told you?
No.
Confirmed.
But so we saw Wayne there. I think it was Wayne.
We did, yes.
Yeah,
he didn't say hi to me, so.
Oh, he didn't?
No, I think he didn't know me or forgot about me.
He smiled at me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did
from afar.
He smiles at all the women.
Well, then Mark say he was like into you.
Babe.
Yeah, he was. He was. I mean, we were going to post bowl when he knew that Kahmilla bowled in the league. That was it. He had to come down.
So Mark takes the week off, and then Wayne shows up, and then all of a sudden she bowls 600.
Yeah. First game at the game for her, 255 with the front 7. Yep. Front 7.
Nice.
Was that a new ball you was throwing, Kahmilla?
It actually was one of my older balls that Chris had gotten for me before the pandemic. Yeah.
This is when I was staffed it where I get balls like cheap, and I got her a ball like every month, or it just got ridiculous. We just forget all the balls she had before, and she told me.
I didn't forget. You just never let me bring more than one ball.
Yeah, I would believe like, why do you need like 6 balls? You don't need 6 balls of ball in a house guy.
Well, all Camilla's newer balls went to Jake and Phil.
Those are my balls.
It's good that you're here, Kahmilla, to correct Chris.
Yeah, right? Probably.
I don't know how many times y'all let him slide through.
Yeah,
your trunk is full of 10 of his balls, and
it is now. Currently,
it is now.
Currently, as we speak, yes, it is. He's been
So
practicing a
tell us
lot.
about that, Chris. You're gearing up for a big tournament.
Well, yeah, I talked to Josh Montgomery, and we talked about me getting back in the game and doing the videos and the sponsorship by Hammer, stuff like that. And yeah, I need to start doing my video on YouTube again, and I need to start doing the ball reviews and start doing tournaments and winning them like I used to, and being more into the game and bowling than I am now. That's what we'll start by next Saturday. We're going to Denton, and then next month I'll be attending, hopefully with a friend, the Lubbock PBA.
And what's your YouTube page going to be called?
The Life of Amateur Bowler.
All right. Fifth place is It's Been a While. They're at 156 wins. We Deliver Pizza, Team 10, 152 wins. Team 6, LPC, 143 wins. And the Gutter Fluffers, Ever Pop.
You were about to say fuckers. You were about to say fuckers.
I better make sure I get that right. So they're at 140 wins. Team 5, Take It, Joey's team, and Maddie at 138. We've got Balls, which is Mark's team. They're at 131. The Unstoppable Forces at 103. The We Two Queens have officially pulled ahead of their nemesis team. They're Team 9, and they're at 12th. They're at 98 wins. Followed by Team 4, the Average Joes are at 97 points. So it is now official. Camilla is ahead of her husband's team.
Well, I mean,
feel to be on the bottom again, love.
I mean, you bowled with me last fall, so you're at the bottom too. You know.
Last place is Three Fingers, Team 14, but they're getting up there. They're at 93 points, and they had a big week this past week, so you guys better watch out. They'll leapfrog you guys.
They're actually averaging a hard 170 now. We've been bowling for the past 4 days now, since Tuesday. They've been averaging 170.
So that'll be interesting when we get to the picks.
I want to get ahead of the picks here. This past week, when I did make my picks, I did not pick my team to win against Jake and Phil, only because I saw them down there Thursday. The last Thursday I was around, they had a new coach coaching them, and I figured, okay, that's enough. That's enough.
Ditched Chris?
They had a new coach that was working with them on Thursday and said that might be enough with me not bowling and new coach. These guys are probably going to learn a lot more than they've been learning.
So, Chris, you kept this insider info from us.
It wasn't me. I didn't know they cheated on me.
They did cheat on you.
Well, maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, I knew
probably
it was.
Pissed them off when we invited them 2 weeks ago.
But no, they're getting really good, and I mean, I'm proud of them, and they're going to be something to watch out for sure.
Yeah, and your other protege, Christian, he's bowler of the week. This past week, he shot 143 over, and he also had 600.
Yep.
We Got Balls did not bowl that bad last week. And
no, they didn't.
And they did not win overall. Yeah. You got to give it to Three Fingers. I mean,
all of Christian's proteges, Camilla shot 600, and I don't know if we want to call her a protege. It's up to you, Camilla, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, fine.
You could basically say Camilla ditched Chris, right? And she bowled great. and same with Phil and Jake.
Maybe they could say they learned so much, and then they move on to the next level of coach.
No, I'm the highest level, so that's it. I'm the highest level.
It was definitely a week of Christian's proteges. Christian, Camilla, Jake bowled really good. So yeah, Chris, you're doing good. Teaching all your good bowlers.
Camilla said to me, like, your proteges will shoot 300 before you do. She said, maybe you're just a better coach than a sucky bowler. I was like, man, that sucks.
So you should get hired by Hammer as a coach and not a bowler.
I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a coach.
Another thing happened this past week while you were gone, Mark. Joey's Color Pin Sweeper, which was on July 9th, had a JB Trio night. We showed up. The 2 big pots, the Strike Pot Awards and the Crazy 8 Awards, were both won by JB Trio bowlers. Peyton, my son, he drew the Strike Pot ticket, won $500 on 2 strikes. And Chris here managed to get past, it was about 20 or so.
Yeah, 20.
The Crazy 8s, and you killed them all. He won $200, almost $300.
Yep. It was a great night.
I think I happened to catch the video of Peyton there.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a video. So I happened to catch the video. I heard somebody in the background say rounds are on Peyton. Did he?
Yeah.
Rounds, everybody?
He bought Jack in the Box.
Yeah. So how does that work? What if he threw 1 strike?
If he throws 1 strike, he's moved on to the second. But let's say the first ball is a 9, he will only get $9.
First ball had to be a strike. Where the first strike 10 pins. If you don't get a strike the first ball, you get nothing.
You get no money?
No.
You don't even get the pins knocked down? Oh, wow.
No. The second ball, if you get strike the first one, that's 10.
Okay.
And then whatever you leave, if you don't get a strike, so you get 7 pins, it's $7. So 10 and 7 is 17.
Okay.
Thank you, Kahmilla. That's
Yes.
the second thing you've had to correct for Chris.
But if he throws, so when he throws 2 strikes, that's how much money?
Whatever the pot was, yeah.
Wow. Is that pot carried over from?
No. Before Peyton, there was
At least
7 attempts.
7 or
So
8
before
attempts.
Peyton, we had Josh Montgomery attempt it.
Chance,
We had Chance Defoe,
Kelly,
Maddie, Maddie
2
Robb.
others.
We had all these bowlers attempt the $500 pot. No one could get 2 strikes except freaking on fire Peyton. He was bowling great all freaking day. Lucky.
Well, the girls got a strike the first
And then, but got 9 each shot.
None of the men got a strike the first time.
Oh, yeah, Josh and Chance Defoe didn't.
You keep going until somebody actually wins it?
Yep.
So Peyton was 8?
7 ahead of Peyton, I think.
Yes.
8.
Yeah, so Peyton was just on fire. And I told it, literally, when I saw Peyton get called, I'm like, okay, at the table I was at, I'm like, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
Guys, Peyton, too, he's hot. He's lucky. His carry's there. I mean, he was, baby. You weren't on his lane.
No, I was not.
Like,
so
Peyton was hot. He was too hot. Yeah, so I knew he was going to win it. And he threw 2 perfect good balls into the fucking pocket.
Yeah, the size of the pot is just determined by how many people show up that night. Yeah. The first night in June, there was only 10 lanes. I think maybe 40 people. But the second time, the July sweeper had half the house.
Yeah.
Probably 100 people. So the pot in June was only 300, but this one was almost 6. So it was definitely a lot of people.
That's good.
So
where's the big strike pot? There's 2 strike pot tickets. There's the small one and the big one. That was the big one.
Technically, we blame you, Lee. I mean, one of us could have won it because
one of y'all could have won it.
No,
I
because
had to talk Peyton into going.
Yeah, Peyton. No, Peyton didn't want to come.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, Peyton did not want to come, and so he would never have won. He would never have won.
Drag his ass out of the house.
Yeah, so he could have saved another winner. He could have been. He took a win from another person by inviting Peyton.
Oh,
he didn't even tip his old man anything.
Oh,
he did buy me dinner. That was about it. He did buy me a Jack in the Box sandwich.
Wow.
Ew. I would have wanted a Whataburger. Give me a Whataburger.
But did you see the line? Did you guys get there with that line?
We use the app, so you skip the line. We just go ahead.
I told him we tried to use the app on the drive over, but he couldn't figure it out. Oh well.
Okay.
But that wasn't even the tough pot. That was, just 2 strikes. Yours was way tougher. They do another pot afterwards, the Crazy Eights.
What you have to do for Crazy 8, you get 6 lanes. On each lane of the 6, you have to get 8 or higher. All right. So once you get 8 or higher on all 6 lanes, then you advance to the next round. So you wait until everyone goes through, and you can rebuy in if you fuck up. You can rebuy in 3 times. And a lot of people didn't make it. People gave up after a couple on the 8 and over. So they didn't move on. I waited. I moved on with Brian, Bruce, Larry. I think Peyton. Did Peyton make it?
No, he didn't make it to the second round. So I think there was 20, and it's actually 8 lanes. It's lane 23 through 30.
Oh, yeah, 8 lanes? Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But I don't want to try and correct
Crazy
you
8.
again.
Yeah, Crazy 8.
Again.
Gosh. This is a funny fucking podcast. No, this is a funny podcast. This should be so 8 lanes. But yes, I qualified for the second one, and with only 1 rebuy, right. Got fucked up on the first lane.
Right. First 8 lanes is you have to get 8 or more. There was about 20 or so that got in to get to the 9th.
Yeah, half of them dropped out. Like they were like,
so they couldn't shoot all 8 lanes with 8 or more. Only 7 made it. You were part of the 7. I think Peyton was a part of the 7. From that line,
they get 9 or more.
Then it got down to 5? It was like you and Brian and the 3 other guys that got it. Actually, we didn't even get that far to get strikes. It was stopped at 9.
Yeah, stopped at 9.
That's right. We didn't even make it to the strike round. So Brian got
7 lanes.
And then it come down to you, and then you were in the lead, but he overtook you, and then you had to start over, but you had to go a whole 8 in a row with 9 or better to get every one of them strikes.
Yeah,
it's quite a feat.
What's the buy-in?
$20 the initial enter, and then the rebuy were 5s and 10s.
Yeah, we'll have to all go up. We'll have to represent the JB Trio, all 4 of us, next month when they have the next month.
I mean, Mark, you got to think. In the color pin, I was sucking on lane 31, 32. I was sucking. So to finally win out on the Crazy Eights was like, a
You
big
needed to have
relief.
Kahmilla watching you. That's what it was.
Everyone's helping me. I heard you saying shh, be quiet to everyone, and then Corey fucked me up. And then
you're gonna mention.
I mean, he did, baby.
Man.
Did he not?
So what happened
really
is
did.
he's in the middle of bowling. He's still in the 8th round, and he's down to like lane 6, and he's trying to get to the next round. He could be kicked out if he fucks up. Corey's over here in the background. Who Corey is the bartender at the AMF.
Mhm.
I forget what he said exactly. It's something.
No,
it's
he's
right in
like,
the middle
leave
of
it up to
approach.
Chris to be the last one, to be the one we're waiting on for
No.
the ball.
He said it's like Tuesday night, always waiting for Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a false statement.
Yeah, but it was cricket smart. Like, you could hear
It was
crickets.
literally quiet.
It was
Yeah.
so quiet, and he said it on my
Look,
backswing.
And we know what happens when it's complete silence. So maybe it was good he said something. You had an out if you blew it.
Could have been. That's
I
right.
did believe it, though. I did believe it.
Yeah, that's your out right there.
No, but it gave Brian a chance to one-up me.
Catch up.
So
Yeah.
I had to redo it again. And that sucks, man.
So, yeah, yours was a lot tougher than Peyton's, but even though the pot was still
Smaller.
like 300, it was a little bit smaller, but still it's a nice sized pot. Ended up kicking butt. So it was a fun night.
Brian ended up winning money, right? So how much did you win, Chris? How much did Brian win?
250 to 50.
250, 250? You both won 50? Okay.
No. I won 250. He won 50.
Oh, okay. 250, and then he won 50. Oh.
Yeah, Brian took second, though. I mean, my ex-partner, insane ICP. I mean, yeah, so.
That's right. It was an ICP night.
So let me ask you, Kahmilla, any chance you'll be bowling with Chris again this fall?
We were talking about that. She's actually iffy.
It kind of went silent there for a minute.
No.
We haven't given me an answer yet, though. We've been talking about this.
I want to bowl with you.
Oh.
But you told me something else. So.
Yeah, I told you. This is what Joey came out to me, and maybe he forgot, but Joey wants to start a team on the fall with him, his wife, and Kahmilla. So.
All right, I got it right here. I got it. We're in the summer league. If the 2 queens finishes higher than the average Joes, then you have to bowl together. You have to bowl together.
Mm-hmm.
Like we do?
Yes.
And if you don't, you're bowling with Ricky.
Oh my God. Okay, no, we're bowling together then. I'll take you over any day, Ricky. I'll take you any day. Oh, God.
Oh, not Ricky. He's the most lovable character in the league.
Look at me and Ron bowled with Ricky.
Yeah, that's very disrespectful. Because you had me, but you chose Ricky.
Yeah, and then you called him up, made him jump our team to bowl you.
And you and Mark both paid me $20 because you didn't believe it.
We didn't believe he would. And
yeah, they paid me $20 that day.
So not only do you have a strong influence with Christian, Jake, Philip, and Kahmilla, but I think
the whole JB Trio League.
You got Ricky in your pocket.
Yeah. We may have to rename the league.
Mm-hmm. I'm a bowler influencer.
You're going to be our Hammer representative, actually.
Yes, as of next Thursday, actually.
Awesome. All right, so now it's time for our much anticipated segment.
Welcome to Chris Probes His Wife. Today, guest is my wife, Kahmilla Woodmansley, a.k.a. Player of the Week for the Women's. So welcome to the podcast, my wife.
Hi.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Okay.
This is a probe. Chris probes you, even though I do that on a daily basis. But now we need to have the viewers and listeners know the Kahmilla Woodmansley, why you bowl, and
feel the probe.
They need to know why you are with me, and and then they want to know why you are with this amazing person, this guy who's a genius of bowling, great at bowling.
Yeah, and definitely want to know the why.
Before you met me and we were barely bowling, did you ever like bowling at all, like through your whole life?
No, not at all.
So what got you into bowling?
You.
Okay, so that's a
I would bowl for fun, like every time we went anywhere, but I never was about like competition. Well, I take that back. Actually, I'm very competitive. I just always like to have fun, and I never took it seriously.
But do you now take it seriously or no?
I would say more serious than before. Yeah.
Okay. And then when bowling, we went to a couple PBA events and all that.
Yes.
Did you ever have a favorite bowler to watch? Like, oh, this guy's awesome. I like watching him. Or this girl's awesome. I think she's cute. Or do you ever feel that way? You ever feel that way about bowlers?
No.
No.
Honestly, no. I mean, I like to watch it, but I only started watching it when you introduced me to it.
So you have no bowler. Like if you were watching PBA on TV, like, oh, I like that guy.
I mean, I know of the bowlers.
But you have your favorite one. If you could watch him all day, every day, who would it be? Or girl?
Was it the girl in the skirt that was bowled the last week in the fall?
That girl was a one-handed bowler, not a two-handed bowler.
I just
She went
now
bowling
heard
a week
that.
that week, I think, didn't she?
I just
Yeah,
now
I
heard
did.
That was funny.
So who was the two-handed bowler you like? Jesper Svensson?
Is that what?
Is he like albino?
Yes, that's what it was.
Jesper Svensson.
Yes.
Oh, you like Jesper Svensson?
Yes.
He's Sweden.
There you go, Sweden.
He's Sweden.
I knew something was.
Was it because he looks like Machine Gun Kelly or something?
Oh my god!
I didn't even think about
he
that.
does actually. I didn't even think about that.
Until you said that.
Wow. So we've been bowling JV Trails for about what, 4 years now?
With not much success.
I mean, no, me and Kahmilla came in last summer in second place due to Ryan Curtis. And his wife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I
was about to say.
do admit that. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So
It goes down to
There
the
was
last
only
game of
four.
the last
Well,
round.
we only had 4 teams in the league then, though.
we had 10.
Hey, we had about 12.
One dropped out because of my friend.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Well,
cool,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yes, that's
But so when bowling's league, we only joined it because it was doubles, and we did it with Josh and Kat. That's the only reason we did it.
really.
Yes, and then we met Lee, and we were fond of Lee and his kindness and
Mm-hmm.
generosity of the league, and we came back in the fall, or I did. I think I did with someone else. You didn't want to, and I was with Forrest and Eddie.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And all them. So, but what made you want to keep bowling this league? What do you like about the league, other than like hating Mark?
For one, I do not hate Mark. For that is to you.
Let's put that on record.
No, they seem like a group of fun people. Like we've been on to other leagues that we've been in before, especially I think one we bowled maybe on a Wednesday or Thursday. Some things can get intense. This is like not an intense. When I mean intense, I mean like drama.
Drama. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But it is intense as like the high scores.
Yes, that definitely.
Yeah, but I think it's not intense for us because we know everybody. Like we know
Yes.
every bowler. Like on every team, we know exactly who their faces are, how they feel about us, how our friendship and closeness. Like it's like they're family. It's like bowling against family members. So that's why it's not intense. Like we all know each other, even though we're a small team. Maybe that's why we know each other and we're so close to each other. Maybe that's why it's not drama.
But no, everything. I love Lee, and his sons are great.
Aw.
Yeah. They're just.
What about
everybody's
Jennifer? How do
friendly.
you feel about Jennifer?
Oh, she's a blast. She is too funny and too cute. I love her.
Mhm.
Oh, we thank you.
Yes.
That's awesome. And then you hate Mark and love Rob.
No.
Yes. Would you rather bowl with Ron or Mark? You can say out loud. You can say out loud.
Just say both.
Yeah. I don't know if I would be able to choose.
Nah, you just said Ron. It's okay.
I did not say wrong.
No, she didn't say nothing. She didn't say nothing. But she's like,
Well, no matter what she says, it'd be a winning team.
oh,
Like what she sees when she bowls with you.
okay. So you bowled player of the week. You bowled great. Your first game, front 7, 255 with handicap, and it was like a 297. Amazing. So what was going in your head on why did you bowl so good that whole week, that whole day, the whole night?
I was just trying to bring out it's an old ball that I hadn't practiced with in a while, and it was the proton physics. I was like, you know what? Let me just try and throw this ball, because I remember you telling me that you liked the way it looked.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember practicing with it, and I liked the way it felt, and I was just having fun.
You were having fun? Your face looked serious.
No, I was having fun because
Oh, you were drunk. Gotcha.
A little bit.
Gotcha.
A little bit, but I was just like,
So you're saying you bowled better when drunk
no, I'm not saying that. I was just having a really good time.
while drinking?
I
That's
wasn't.
how you do it.
As Jennifer would say. So that's good. I'm glad. And I was watching you.
You were right next to me, I believe. And
Yes.
yeah, and
Yes.
I was just like,
No, I saw you, and I was remember walking down the table like, babe. I'm like, guys, my babe has like front seven. Like, look. I think I fucked it up for you because I made everyone look. That's you.
Well, I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, but I was just like, man, I was proud. My dad was proud of you. But yeah, you were on fire. You were focused though. You looked like you were just focused, like in the game. Like you thought, like I'm gonna beat Mark. I'm gonna beat him. That's
He
what.
wasn't even there.
Exactly, but that's what I get. Like, I'm just gonna shove it in his face. It's like, Yeah, so I hear you.
Was that your highest series and highest game in league?
We were talking about that. I think it was her highest series.
That was my highest series in the league.
Yes.
Because I think I got an even higher one, but that was just free bowling.
It was free bowling.
With some of Chris's friends. I think I shot 200 and something every game.
Yeah, she shot like a 647.
Yeah.
But 650, she hasn't beat a 650 yet.
Yeah.
So when she gets a 650 game, then Mark will retire.
And you might make it into her room.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I have a question for Chris Probe. Give us all the great details of how y'all met.
That's when I was like infant and she was 6 years old.
If you want to go back that far, me and his sister were best friends growing up. I am 7 years.
Almost 7
and a half years older than he was.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm in middle school, high school, I guess, yeah, you can do the math how old he was. We would always just hang out. So I knew of him then. But then years later, we meet up in a nutrition club, I guess you can say, trying to get our fitness on. We just became really good friends. That's what it was at first.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, man, I hadn't seen you in a while.
Yeah, and I saw her as a sister. I'm like, oh my God, Kahmilla. Like, she was like a sister to me. And people will say, like, are y'all two dating? And I'm like, ew, no, date her? That's disgusting. Like, I would never date her.
I was supposed to say that.
I was going to say, this is when he turned 16.
I was a fresh 18.
18 years old.
Fresh 18. No, I just saw her as a sister. So it's like what Mark says. It's like making out with your cousin.
That's gross.
Right?
Y'all started dating, and I guess the rest is history.
Pretty much, yeah. But I will tell you, if Chris allows me.
He allows.
Yeah, he does allow.
He allows.
Please, any juicy gossip we will definitely take.
No, it's nothing bad. It's just he did ask me out, I think, once or twice.
Yeah.
I told him no both times. I just didn't want anybody. Like he said earlier, I didn't look at him that way. I honestly didn't.
He was like kissing your brother.
But me being persistent, I kept on asking until she said yes.
I will give him that. The deal
was, I told her, give me 1 week to prove you that I could be the best. And look, boom, 10 years later.
You finally got that chance.
She literally said, I'll date you for 1 week. Did you hear that?
He said, give me a chance to pull a Woodmansey.
I'm sorry, I'm high. But so she gave me that 1 week and I blew her mind, if you know what I mean.
Anyways.
Yeah, I think our third date was at the bowling alley. Mm-hmm. We went to the bowling alley. I took her to the bowling alley because she never went to a bowling alley before. I mean, with her family, but with me. And this is when I first started bowling. Like, so I was still with no thumb, just two fingering. I was cradling the ball. I was sucky. I was telling her, I'm like, Kahmilla, I'm a good bowler. I could hook the ball from left to right. And look, watch. Like, and I was just like being stupid. And I'm like hooking the ball, pushing it, and I was actually doing pretty good that night with her in front of her eyes. I think I shot like a 140, 130 game in front of her. So
you wanted to impress her a lot. I'm glad you were talking about bowling because you were talking about, two fingers and holding.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was getting worried there for a minute.
Sorry. Well, this is how I used to bowl back in the day. I used to bowl like that back in the day, and so I thought 140 was a good game. And
that
now,
wasn't too long ago. That was what, 5-6 years ago?
Yeah, it was 6.5 years ago.
So you've come a long way for just a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm better than Mark.
Representing, going from 140 6 years ago to representing Hammer.
Yep, and I'm better than Mark.
We're still waiting for that honor score, though, Chris.
Aw, and you're going to be waiting a long time.
Yeah. Oh,
dang, Kahmilla.
Wow.
I love you.
You know what? So we have an inside joke.
Real, baby.
So we Thursday night, we went to go practice. We saw Joey. Camilla's dad came up and saw Joey shot a 300.
He did.
He shot a 300 on us. We were pot bowling, and he shot 300. And Camilla's dad, a wealthy guy, gave Joey $100 for shooting a 300 in his presence. And her dad said, "Hey guys, anyone who bowls another 300, I gives them another $100." And then Joey said, "Then don't give this to Chris. He will never bowl one."
He said, "Chris will never see this 100."
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so
Joey did that. Did y'all bowl that 9-pin no tap tournament?
Yes, I took 4th.
Nice. How many people showed up?
32, 33. He paid out top 3, and I made 4th, and only by 11 pins short from 3rd.
What kind of scores?
809. The highest was 837.
Who was that?
George Martinez won it. Georgie.
Oh, really?
Hey, George showed up. How about that?
Caden Connor got 3rd, and then some guy named Drett got 2nd.
Is that with handicap too?
Yep, handicap.
Yes, it was with handicap.
I think I got, how many pins again? 19? Something like that. Yeah, 19 pins, and I shot at 809. I was pretty good.
Do you take, what average do they take, your current?
100% of 220.
It's your book average last year?
Book average, book average last year. And it took 100%.
44 pins 2 years ago.
Sierra had like 56 sticks. Camilla had like 57 sticks. My dad had like 67.
What was the entering fee?
30. And they had brackets. Camilla won 2 brackets, or lost 2 brackets, but she made out with 2 brackets. She made $20 with 2 brackets, and I made $10 with 1 bracket. So
That's pretty good.
Sounds like you guys are replenishing the kids' kitty fund, huh?
Yeah, we're winning. We're back to winning status. So we're here. We're ready for the fall. We're thinking about bringing the ICP back.
Yeah, y'all need to defend your title. Not last place, but a better place.
Wow, rude. Yeah, whoever's going to listen to this, guys, I'm really sorry.
But before we go on, you usually ask every guest that joins us if they would bowl with you during the fall. And
but I know the answer.
Pulling the husband card, putting his foot down.
Camilla, at the end of Chris Probes, I always ask the guests that I'm always looking for partners and new people and all that, but clearly you've been my partner and clearly you always come back. Would you consider being my partner in the fall if I would need one?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, Camilla, your voice changed.
God damn it.
Maybe.
Puts a lot of pressure
What?
on her.
Maybe.
Did you say maybe?
Yeah.
I thought I heard her say money.
No, she said maybe. She's having a lot of fun without him right now.
Did you say
She
maybe?
did say that. She did say that earlier. She said,
Yes, she
I'm
did.
bowling so good because I'm having fun.
Yeah, she made it clear. She's having a lot of fun.
You just broke my heart.
Is it because they're not bowling together? That's interesting.
Well, I do know she bowls better when she's away from me. She does bowl better. Oh, Camilla also on the 9-pin no tap. Camilla shot a 300 with handicap.
I did.
Her first game.
Congratulations. Another funny backstory. When Chris was a youngin', he was about maybe 5 or 6 years old. My wife, Jennifer, she worked in the daycare in the bowling alley years and years ago. And as it turns out, Chris frequented that daycare many, many times. And he actually knew my wife when they saw each other in the daycare years ago.
Yep, it was weird. I didn't know that.
Was he the kid that was pooping his pants? That
Oh my God.
Well, we didn't want to say that, but since you bring it up, Mark.
Mark, you're a couple of years from that, okay?
Oh, man.
I'm not ready to go commando with a skirt on just yet.
Now you got to lose a bet first.
Yeah.
Beat Mark's picks. What a week it was.
Oh, what a beating.
It was a disaster. It was a disaster.
Who won this time?
This past week, it was, I myself went 3-4. Chris, you went 1-6.
Okay. We didn't do the podcast last week. Who won that week? Let's go that one.
This last week, we didn't do the podcast. 3-4. Chris, you went 6. And Lee went 2-5.
Yeah, I didn't do much better.
And we
I did great.
Last.
And we did.
I did great.
You would have been 2-5 if you kept your pick. kept with the we deliver to beat you guys, but you changed your pick.
Was that even like legal? I don't think so.
No, I think Lee said it was good.
Yeah, you got to get the
Yeah.
Texans before the game starts.
The overall records, I'm 25-17. Lee's 23-19, and Chris is 14-28.
Oh my God!
Ooh.
And
You got double losses compared to the wins. What is our guest picks at?
yeah, this is funny. Our guests who didn't pick last week, their record overall is 20-15.
They got
They're
6
better
more
than
wins than
you?
Chris does without a week.
They
I trust
they
people
got
too much.
I love you.
they got
Chris,
6
oh
more
my
wins
God.
than Chris. They were short of picking.
Wow. Chris,
So Mark always says this to the guests. To always choose the opposite of what I choose.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's
really?
working.
yeah. I mean, he's got a 33.3% winning percentage. And the
He
next
should do what he should try the pickup line he used on Kahmilla. Give me a week.
Oh, that's like.
Give me a week.
Yeah, this is a funny one. Who's going first? Who's picking first?
Remember, we changed it so whoever's got the least winning percentage goes first now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is me. So it's always going to be me.
It doesn't have to be always.
All right, ready? All right, so we have team 5 and 1. So we have Pussy Whip and then Take It, Joey, Rob, and Lee. So before we answer that, is Jennifer bowling?
She's bowling. My percentage is just as much as your winning percentage.
that doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Look good at all.
If Jennifer bowls, I'm taking team 1.
Wow. Okay.
If she doesn't bowl, I'm taking 5.
And you know, Joey just bowled a 300. On the other hand, every time my wife bowls, we win. I learned my lesson one time. I picked against us, so I'm actually going to stick with us. So I'm going to pick team 1.
Opposite of you. So I'll go with 5.
Joey's team?
I'll go with Joey and Madison.
Oh, wow.
Because it's opposite of Chris.
Hmm.
Okay.
We'll see if it
All right,
works
Mark.
with his wife.
You don't have to ask me. I'm definitely going with team 5. If Chris takes 1, I'm going with 5.
Well, I mean, it whatever works.
Yeah, true. Team 10, we delivered. Team 6, LPC. Niels has COVID. God bless him. I hope everything gets well for him. LPC,
And
they're
actually,
good
before we
bowlers.
pick Chris, I want to ask Mark. Mark, do you happen to know if Neil plans on bringing in a sub?
I don't know. Did he bowl last week?
He did
No.
not.
He did not. Who bowled for him last week?
We actually had Henderson come in.
Michael bowled for him?
He did, yes.
And they kicked
They
Average
did.
Joe's ass?
Kyle shot 600 and they killed him.
Yeah.
Average Joe's could not beat Henderson and Kyle?
36.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Well, maybe it's best that Neil doesn't show up. Yeah, I don't know. Good question. I mean, I can definitely reach out to him and ask.
Well, my pick is going based off of Kyle, not Neil. So I'm going for team 10 due to Kyle being hot.
A couple weeks ago, Robert McDowell bowled 600. He bowled it against Chris. He bowled pretty good the last 2 weeks. Based on that, I'm going to go with team 6 in this case.
I'll go with team 6.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
It's quick. Did you even take your time to consider?
Yep.
Okay.
As well, going with team 6, no doubt.
Maybe you should go last, Chris.
Know what, Neil or Kyle? If you're listening to this, fucking win. All right, next one. Team 3, which is a horrible team. They suck. And then team 8, which is the best team in the league, even though they're second, but they're still trailing. This is going to be a good one. I think Marks is a sandbagger. Ron's a great bowler. Greg is, yes, he's having troubles. Robert's having troubles. If we're bowling on the front half of the house, again, then it's going to be Mark and fucking Ron. If we're on the backside, then it could go either way.
We're definitely bowling on the low end.
Mail it in.
I will have to say I'm going for team 3.
I'm also going for team 3. Greg and Robert have been struggling. Mark did set a very low average to start the league, and he's been bowling much higher than that. And
What do you call that league? A sandbagging? Yeah.
I don't call that sandbagging. I call that
Getting old.
doing it the right way.
It's called creative bookkeeping.
I can't. I have to go with 3. It's Mark and Ron.
Wait, you're only going for them because you know Mark and Ron? You also know Greg.
Yeah, I know. But like y'all said, and I've seen it too. But this last, they were literally bowling right next to us.
But Mark literally lost to Maddie.
Because
Yeah,
it's Maddie.
But man,
Who hasn't lost to Maddie?
yeah,
Me?
that's true. Maddie bowled good, But look at Kim. When we bowled Kahmilla, and I was up against Kim, she shot really well the first
Yeah,
game.
she did. She did.
And didn't beat me.
So you can make it a full count for you, Mark, if you vote for yourself.
I took a week off. I'm fully recharged, and we're getting 12 pins against this team. And I feel like on paper we're better than them. So I've got to go with myself. Team 3.
Clean sweep. Every time we get a clean sweep, we are over. We have not
over.
won.
Every time we vote for one team, all of us, we always lose.
Really?
Yep.
Well, Mark's going to change that this time.
No, we voted for. He was the first one that we did it for. He lost. It was to your team. It was to your team. Or no, it was to an easy team too, and he lost.
Maddie.
Oh yeah, it was against Maddie. We all voted for him.
And then Maddie did it to Chris the next week.
And that wasn't a surprise, though.
So we have a great one. I think this is going to be the match to watch. Like, I wish I could take off Tuesday just to watch this match. One I really freaking do. But Pinstripes versus my Padawan Christian Gomez and Brian. Pinstripes are good, yes, but I think they're most lucky in the league right now. But I am definitely coldly voting for Maverick Team 13 because they're on fire. They're hot. They're getting up there.
They're hot. Like Chris said, this could be a tough one. This is the first place team against the third place team. Both teams are on a hot streak. Actually going to have to go against Christian's team only because Brian didn't bowl so hot this past week. He definitely let the league hear about it. He does not like the low end. And the alley's going to force us to bowl on the low end because of the AC that's broken on the high end. So we'll be down there, and if Brian's going to struggle, I'm going to go with the Pinstripes, Team 12.
Oh, wow. But you got to think, it's a team effort. Like, even though Brian sucked, Christian manned up. And
He did.
He ended up pulling out 30 points.
I'm going to have to go with Team 13, Maverick. I think Brian will find it.
Nice.
He always does.
I looked at this, and originally I was going to take Team 13, being that we are going to be down that low end. And it looks to me like Jared bowled just as well, really, last week in the low end. Looking at some of the scores from last week, did he have a 648 scratch series last week?
He did, yes, sir. He was one of the high.
And Christian had a 647. So I almost think that's kind of like a wash. I've got to go with Team 12.
Market sucks.
Okay, so since Chris is on Team 13, I'll take Team 12.
Back on track.
All right, so we went half on that one. Okay. All right, the best squad right now is Team 9. Right now, we got E2 Queens and 11 ball gaggers. So, so Mark, you weren't there last week. So, insight information: we were bowling on the low end, okay, because of AC, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky and Elena didn't do too hot. All right, the lane on the paired wasn't working for them. Just keep that in mind. Camilla's really good on the low end on the fresh, so I'm actually voting for team number 9 to win.
Elena didn't bowl so hot. Oh, sorry, that's my wife Jennifer in the background.
Yeah.
But
so she just packed up her stuff in the game and left. So what do you?
And left Ricky hanging. Yeah.
We let him sit at our table, and we were all having fun. He ate the rest of my fries.
When we talk fresh shot, it really isn't fresh because that early league is bowling on those lanes, right?
It's fresh once they start, and then when we get to it, it's whatever's left over. But it was fresh 2 weeks ago when they took the holiday off.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So I think it really isn't a totally fresh shot, but that's good to know.
It's just the dynamics from the high end to the low end. There's so much more traffic on the high end that the pattern is a little bit easier as opposed to lanes that haven't been bowled on that don't have a lot of traffic that may have more open bowl traffic on it. even though it's basically the same shot we've already been bowling on the past years. Certain bowlers like it on the high end, certain bowlers like it on the low end. And we've bowled on that end before in this league, so we should be all right.
So you, the team that bowled against them this past week?
Yes, that's correct.
And Ricky didn't lay his hands on Alina at all?
No, it wasn't nothing like that. It was because of Elena's bowling.
Yeah.
Team 11 is a little bit a mystery right now. Based on that, I am going to go with Team 9. Team 9, of course, you, Kahmilla, you guys are bowling great. Come off of a big win this past Tuesday, so I have a lot of faith that you guys repeat that performance. I'm picking you.
Yay. Next week, I'll bowl 300.
There you go. And get $100 from Dad.
I will retire if
She's
that
going to
happens.
become the Hammer representative.
I'm going to go with our team. I think
right.
Kim and I can pull this one off.
God, man, I was going to say Team 11, but after hearing what arose last week, kind of makes me wonder. I guess I got to go with Team 11 here.
I thought we were going to have a clean sweep.
What?
It,
Well, and
like I said, it could be tough depending on who's bowling. And
See, Kahmilla, don't she hate Mark? He didn't vote for you. And you voted for his team.
No, I even thought about 11 because I know Elena can bowl. She just had a bad night.
And then throw in the fact that Chris took Team 9. I mean, really?
he put the kibosh in your
It all up.
So wait, are you saying I cursed my wife's chances of winning?
Yeah, you definitely did.
Yeah, you definitely.
At 33.3% winning percentage, yeah, you cursed her.
Now we have a good matchup, maybe. It might be a good matchup. I know the situation with Team 14, Three Fingers, and number 2, which is Gutter Fluffers. So I know the situation with 14s. Based on that information that I know, I'm going with Team 2.
I think that's a good pick, a wise pick.
What information do you know?
I'll let you choose your picks first, and then I'll let you know. The information I know is Phil will be out again. It'll be just Jake and another sub if they can find one.
Well, what happened to them last week? Was Phil out last week?
Yeah, Phil was out. He was in Arkansas.
Okay, so who bowled for him?
Tim Watson.
Tim
He's
Watson, who has subbed in various leagues. He actually
Yeah.
subbed for us last summer. He's about a 200 average. I think he used a 203 book average. Pretty good bowler, not too bad. He normally bowls in Plano. But
So
I don't know if he will bowl with them
Again,
this week.
yeah, we don't know that for sure.
It was kind of just on a whim that
Yeah.
Jake showed up Tuesday. Tim happened to be in the pro shop, and Jake showed up and asked. So it might not happen like that again.
But Jake and Phil will not bowl together this week.
But remember, they got a new coach.
That's true. So based on that information, I think I'm still going to go with my sons. So Team 2, Gutter Fluffers.
I'll go with Team 2 also.
Oh, I'm gonna tell Jake.
No, don't say anything.
Don't say it. Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Don't say anything or else.
I was going to take Team 14, but now I'm kind of fearful as if they have somebody bowling for them, I still think they can be really competitive to win this match. But
Oh, yeah.
I got to stick with Team 2 then on this one, just for the fact that too much up in the air.
Another clean sweep. So that's 2. And that's 2. We never had 2. We never had
Put the
2.
kibosh on him. Sorry, Peyton. Sorry, Leland.
Mm-hmm. Dang. Okay. So last one, not least, this is the grand finale. So of all
Save the
teams,
best for last.
Yep. Team number 4, which is the best team in the league, Average Joe's. And then team number 7, it's been a while.
That could be the only time, if it was Team 4 against Team 4, that could be the only time.
But Team 4 versus
a winning
YG.
league.
They have been bowling really good. The husband or boyfriend, whatever, he's a good bowler. She's also a good bowler. Very consistent, very high scores. I am voting for Team 7 on this.
Wow. I can't believe it. You're not picking your own team. You did this to us last week, and look what happened.
Yeah.
I know. I should have kept it too.
What?
I voted for We Deliver to beat us,
Oh,
but I saw Neil wasn't here, so I quickly changed it because I thought I could beat Kyle.
So Team 4, now this would normally, it looks like, would have been on 31-32. And as we all remember back in the first season in our finale episode, Chris took Bowler of the Week on 31-32 last time he bowled on JB Trios. But I'm still going to go with the other team. Team 7.
but he said all this great momentum shit about me, and then but I'm gonna go with the team. Thanks.
See what's
I'm right
gonna
here,
happen
baby.
here.
I'm right here.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm all ears.
I don't know if you're
Just-
gonna let me down like you
Well,
always do.
That's
the app,
messed up. That's messed up.
No, I'm kidding. Well, we bowled them last week and
Yes.
we killed them.
You did. You definitely did.
So, but I don't know if you could do the same.
I mean, it's a team effort.
But like I said, your dad's been doing well. You have your moments.
I am really hurtful. No, I don't even want you to vote
You're
for me.
really hurt.
At home and at the bowling alley.
Yeah, I don't even want you to vote for me. You know what? Don't even vote for me. I'm done.
I don't know, but the guy he can bowl well. I think he bowled like a 150, 160 the first game against me. Shoot, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with average Joe's.
Oh, she did it, Chris.
Oh my god.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Are you taking?
I mean, she went to March. She went opposite of my pick.
coming to my pick, like I've been saying week after week after week, average Joes are just average. And they actually, I think this week they could finally lock up 14th place.
Now that the Queens have passed them.
I am going with Team 7.
So
She
for the
would have been.
average shows, would you be Vince Vaughn, Chris, or is that your dad?
I'll be Vince Vaughn. My dad is mostly the guy with the glasses.
Oh my god.
What about the guy with the wrench, the coach?
No. Oh, what's his name? Patrick O'Houlihan?
Patches O'Houlihan.
His name is Patches, though. They call him Patches.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Patches.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's your dad's name, Patches. So when he comes up to you, say, hi, Patches. I mean, Dad.
So only one person voted for my team to win?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Wow.
that was you, wasn't it? Or no, you picked the other team.
No,
Your wife had
You
to
picked the other team.
Man.
it was a pity pick.
So you know what that means
A
if you
pity
don't win.
What do you mean? If I don't, I mean, I'm gonna try to win. It's my favorite pair in the house, but
Well, we
It's a-
don't know if it's going to be on 31 and
it is.
32.
Oh no, it's not. It's gonna be on.
It's
Yeah.
going to be on 13 or 14. But
Yeah.
normally it would be on 31, 32.
So just keep that in your mind, in the back of your head.
Exactly.
If you don't win, I'm just saying, you need to win.
Yeah,
I
I
was
will
gonna-
try to win, but it's a team effort, and I
Yes.
blame my other team.
And those were the picks.
We two Queens and average Joes sit in the standings. You guys interested in doing a prize fund? You might want to put a little bit more money in the bottom.
Well, we are going to be picking the prize funds here
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah,
This
I'll be
Tuesday or
choosing
next Tuesday.
the bottom winners percentage.
Well, you never know. We do have a playoff this summer. You just got to make fourth place to get into the playoff.
Yeah, I'm so close to there, right?
Not too
And that-
far.
I'm only 9 away.
You could be farther. We'll put it that way.
I've worked up a prize fund, and I think 13th place right now gets a keychain, and 12th gets a plaque. So you might
A
need to
pat,
do a prize fund.
it gets a pat on the back.
My favorite was always the pen. You could get the writing.
Oh
pen.
my god, I always melt those.
Melt the pens?
Yes,
No, he does not.
I hate those pins. I hate the pins, man. They're
That's
so.
'cause that's the only awards you receive.
No, I get the Woodmansies.
Oh, that's right. We got to go over the Woodmansey Award. We have a very interesting winner.
Oh, baby. Oh,
Who won that this week? Anybody know?
no,
Yeah, Chris, who won?
I forgot the name.
Who's got that trophy? It's almost like a homecoming.
Oh, Chris.
I think
Don't tell me
Elena
that-
won it.
The last name is the Woodmansey.
Oh my God. This is probably like the third or fourth time.
They have to bring it
Second
home.
time. It was the second time.
Second time.
Second
No,
time.
it was Kahmilla.
Yes, it was me.
She bowled
Yeah.
255, and then what was that second game?
Oh no, 255 and then the 150.
160.
150,
yeah,
yeah.
something like that.
So this is
But
like the third. This is the third time in a row somebody has been bowler of the week and Woodmansey.
That's right.
Wow.
She pulled it out. She's bowler of the week. So just to go over the bowler of the week, we'll start with the women. Camilla Garcia Woodmansey bowled 124 pins over her average with a 628 series. That's the second 600 she's ever bowled in league. So congrats to Camilla. Good job.
Thank you.
And then Chris's other protege for the men, bowled 143 over his average for a 647 series. Not sure if that's his first 600 or what, but he shot really good next to us. So I had on one side Kahmilla on my left, and on the right I had Christian. So Chris, your influence was pretty heavy across the league this past Tuesday.
Yeah, it normally is.
You like to spread the love across the league.
Yeah, I like to plant my seed.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, so this is for the
Dude, this is gonna be a fun podcast. I think people are gonna enjoy this one.
Me
think so,
correcting
too.
you?
Yeah.
What was the
Yeah.
count? Did we keep track of that?
It was at
I heard
least
it did,
3.
like,
It's like
at
that
least
could be a
3.
drinking game. How many times
you-
in his life?
Do you keep track of how many like daily corrections you have to make?
No, I get annoyed. He does it too many
So-
times.
So
He
if
really-
I had to place a bet on who corrects the other one the more, I'd definitely
The
have to
most?
be in favor of Kahmilla.
No, Kahmilla does that. She literally corrected my dad on a text.
On a text?
Yeah, my dad spelled "you're" wrong.
Oh, come on. Well, she's the grammar police.
Yes.
Hey, as they say, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
As they say.
Mhm.
And she says she's competitive too. Does she beat you in a lot of like other things like cards and
Like, you ever heard of a game called Settlers of Catan?
no?
She beats me at that game. It's like Monopoly, but like the medieval time era.
So is that why you started teaching her bowling, because you knew you would beat her a lot at first?
It's the only thing I have that I could be proud of. It's the only
Well,
thing I
it's
know
not going
won't
to
hurt
be
me.
too much longer. She's going to average more than you.
Yeah, that's when I will quit and retire.
No, that's when I will teach you.
Oh, hell no. The day that happens, I literally will die. No, the day that
All
happened, I'll say Mark is better than me.
She's got a good chance of shooting at 300 before you.
I will literally die.
She come close. She had the front 7. Do you remember
Yeah.
what you left Kahmilla on the number 8?
I think it was.
You picked it up. It was a 10 pin.
Yeah, it was a 10
It
pin.
was a 10 pin.
Yeah.
Damn 10.
Yeah, but I can pick up my 10 pin.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
All right, I'm done with this podcast. You know what?
All right, Chris.
Camille will take my spot in the podcast.
No.
It'll be you and Mark and Camille.
Stop.
I'm done.
I did have an idea of like the wives doing an episode. So Mark,
Oh my God, Jennifer would just talk about like shopping, clothes, and like.
It's the wives podcast. They can
And
talk
I would
whatever
be
they
all
want.
for it.
That'd be great. That is definitely going to happen. Maybe even our finale season this year. If you join us on the finale night, it'll be wives night.
Oh my gosh.
And us husbands will just be in the background, but we'll be edited out.
Viewers and listeners, I'll be doing my YouTube video again called The Life of Amateur Bowler. It's basically about my life doing tournament ball reviews as an average Joe, just an average bowler that bowls local tournaments, does his best, just the same skill set as an average bowler. So you get to real life. I tell you about the money I spend, the prices that we spend that you don't know that pro bowlers spend on. You don't know how much they spend. You just know how much they win. That's all. But I'll tell you all about the life of that, ball reviews, ball giveaways, and just know that I won't have a lot of viewers at first. But so if you're in the ball giveaway, you'll have a very high chance of winning it. I'm going to do on one-on-one competitions, stuff like that. I'll do my first video on Thursday of next week, probably a ball giveaway that Saturday. And so please look out, follow my YouTube page at Life of Amateur Bowler on YouTube. Keep a lookout.
And that's going to be his second volume because he's already recorded volume 1 of that, which I'll be sure to share on the JB Trio Facebook page. So you can go back and look at volume 1, and then volume 2 sounds like it's going to be coming out next Thursday.
Yep.
That's
All right,
okay.
viewers and listeners, we love you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you, Kahmilla Woodmansey, my wife, for being here, our guest. Please come back for next week. If you do not come back, you'll pull Elena and just walk out.
I love you.
All right, guys. So I had a lot of fun. We'll see you guys Tuesday night.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
All right,
Y'all be
Take it
safe.
easy.
Bye.